Hey everyone, Temporal here, and for this session we are reviewing a bronze BAP on console. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe, as that helps out quite a bit, and I really do appreciate it. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below.
1. Attackers incoming.
In there you can see what rates look like, see what sort of things we have going on. Fun little community we've got there. Okay. So we've got our BAP. Trying to heal your soldier. That was a bit big on the flick there. Totally fine. And we can already be flicking to our soldier here. Okay. Not sure why we went for a second heal there rather than some damage on Ryan, but that's no big deal. Okay, so you actually heard that Reaper Wraith past you. You did. I know it seems a little weird, like, wait, what was that? But if we rewind here, there's a Reaper right there, wraithing in to deal with you guys. So you need to be aware of that. He actually is a bigger deal than whatever's going on over here. We are going to preserve your own life. Hey, Semitic. Hey, blah. So we need to not be reloading with a Reaper in our face. We need to have shots that we can spend into the Reaper. And then I don't think you meant to send that lamp down there. I think you meant to probably send that lamp up here. You do throw the lamp sort of like a frisbee, so you have to be careful. You either had to aim down. Oh, no, you didn't actually send it down there. You did it there. My bad. My bad. It looked like it was going to go down there. They're fine. There wasn't really a reason to drop there. You heal him, and now his health is okay, and let's get some damage shots in again. See how you've spent 9 heal shots here, but only 3 ammo, which is 1 damage shot? We don't like that. That's a 9-to-1 ratio of heals to damage. We don't really like that. Sometimes we might end up in situations where people are really, really low health, and we're having to flick all over to go heal people, and you're on a controller, so it's tough. But really, we would like to get into situations where we can be like, heal, shoot. Heal, shoot. Like, that's what we'd like to do. Or heal, shoot. Heal, shoot. That's sort of the dream when it comes to BAP. Really, the dream is like heal, shoot, shoot, but we don't need you to get there yet. That was a scary Reaper to not care about. It was. It was a scary Reaper to not care about. It's fine. You can prioritize damage shots to remove the Resing Mercy. But now let's try to mix them in here. So prioritizing damage shots to remove the Resing Mercy, totally fine. But now that there's a Winston bubble, shooting at the Winston bubble is good, but not so important that we're going to miss out on heal shots, right? We look at this, and we're going to go, hey, I'm going to hit a heal shot on Princess over here on Tracer, and then pivot back to a damage shot, or 2 damage shots. And then maybe after that, I'll need to swap over for a heal shot on Sigma before pivoting back to damage shots, hopefully at this point on the Ash or the Winston.
Behind the barrier. The power of destruction.
There they are.
Reaching the barrier.
So here you are. You're doing this. And you can hear those footsteps, and now you can see the red splatter. I wonder what that's supposed to represent on this side of your screen, telling you that the threat comes from this direction. So let's hope you adjust to it. This is just watching BAP. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, so now we have to lamp again. It's actually a good trade for Reaper if he comes in, forces your lamp, and wraiths out. So, it's not the end of the world. I'd rather you lamp than get eliminated, certainly. But we want to react a little more to these sound cues. If you're not already wearing headphones that give you directional sound, I strongly recommend it for playing Overwatch. It's incredibly important for telling where things are coming from. Enemies, ults, all that good stuff. The sound is really good as an alert mechanism in this game.
Reaching up.
If only there were a shield to hide behind while using some sort of self-heal. Yeah, yeah. The Reaper, the Reaper. Okay, and you can walk your way over here and pop yourself back up over here. And then you can pick between what do you want to do? What do you want to do from here? That could work. Sure. Okay, we're planting the shield there. Just close the angle on her. You don't really want to spend Lamp here. Again, Lamp is a big deal as a cooldown. 25 seconds. 25 seconds is a long time. And you're sort of spending this to be like, oh no, I want to do this so I can stand here and shoot and heal things. And I get it. But people, even though the Echo's being annoying, she's not really putting enough pressure on you to justify it. You're still too healthy. She's not paying that much attention to you. Might we use our Lamp down here to protect our Orisa that's purple? We might. We might go, hey, our Orisa's in trouble. She maybe for some reason can't step into her shield, or if she does, the Echo will still get her. So we might justify a Lamp down on her, but we probably can't Lamp ourselves right now. Do we want to try to weave a quick heal shot on our Sigma there? That would be good. Remember, we'd like to go, hey, damage shots, just going full damage when no one's missing health is fine. But we are a support. We do like to get healing done. We don't like getting healing done to the point of, oh, hey, we're just waiting to get the next heal out. We do like getting damage in while we're waiting on that recoil effectively between heals. But there's absolutely a heal to get off right here. So let's try. Even if we miss, let's try. So here we are. And this isn't much better. Like, you've lost your Orisa, who at some point probably wanted heals after she was purple. Your Sigma is down at less than half health. And you're having to reload again with 8 heal shots left. We probably didn't manage our clip particularly well there. Our soldier over there, who, yes, we could hit with a heal if we aimed up a little bit, is sitting over here at about 60, 55% health. He could have used a heal. Lots we could have done with our clip here. Bap seems like one of those heroes that's a lot harder to enjoy on console. Yeah, I agree. How you have to flick between his targets. Now, you can just, alternate between your tank and their tank for heal plus damage. But yes, that you want to weave in general, and that sometimes weaving will take you to distance targets, does make him less fun on console, I'd imagine, than PC, where you've got the mouse.
All better. Now.
Why jump out of shield? It's a nice, cozy, safe spot. Eh. Okay.
Let them up.
You brought a cello. We don't actually need to stand in the middle here. Yeah, this is better. We don't actually want to stand in the middle here. We could stand sort of behind the cart. We could stand sort of over here. We could have stayed up here in personal windowed, but I don't super mind this window. I just would like you to either stand more over here or more over here and stop drifting into the middle. I want you to have cover available. I also want you to recognize that this is on its way. And have pre-charged your exo boots by crouching so that you can just jump up to avoid getting shattered. But hey. Hey, Sheldon. Blast says, as Orisa, I will drop a shield for my supports and DPS on their high ground perch even if I have to leave. Yeah, yeah.
The power of destruction.
60 seconds remaining.
Help me.
Get in here.
Objective lost. Stop the pain.
Okay.
Fully healed.
We got some damage done. We're gonna hop up to high ground. Are we gonna heal ourselves? There we go. I don't want to push back up yet. Like, I'm walking into a Winston bubble. I don't really have teammates ahead of me. I don't want to get close to the enemy team unless I have teammates in front of me. Like, if my ball and tracer are both in front of me working on them, maybe. If my wrist is in front of me, great. But, like, I don't want to be the leader of my team from a frontline perspective. He hit that fire strike like a Masters player. Okay. So again, I don't mind shooting these shots, but was there a right click to hit on your ball there? By when I say right click, I mean a heal shot. Was there one of these to hit on your ball? Now you're sending it. That's good. Probably too many now.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Wrecking ball.
We can play like behind our Orisa, generally speaking. That would probably be a good idea.
How about a little extra?
Cool. So you can do this. I don't mind this whatsoever. I would be even happier if you hopped up over here and played back here. That would be even easier. It would make it nice, easy adjustments between the two targets. That said, still pretty easy adjustments between healing your Orisa, shooting the team, healing your soldier, shooting the enemy team. They're full health. We don't just heal them just expecting them to take damage. They're full health. Use your offensive shots. Orisas do like windows. That's a long time. So like here we are. Boom. You're going to shift because you took damage. I recommend shifting immediately here. There's a Winston who hurts you and is very likely to continue trying to hurt you. So use your shift. That'll be, sorry. Console. Use your regenerative burst, this ability right here. That'll both heal you in case he zaps you more, and it'll apply a hot and that starts healing your Moira. It's not going to heal her a ton, but it'll at least counteract part of the lightning Tesla damage that she's taking here, which we like. Like, it heals us, starts healing other people. We will use that. We will absolutely use that. And then, okay, only target that's viable to us right now is either Winston or healing our Moira. Okay, I'm okay with shooting at the Winston. That's not going to bother me. But now I want to heal our Hammond. The hamster now is back. He's at half health. We do want to do that. It would be great to eliminate the Winston, but he's not like one shot from being eliminated. So let's heal our ball even just once, and then go back for 1 to 2 shots on the ball, and then heal our ball again.
Was you or me, brother?
Your chance to heal the ball is gone now. So you didn't see the Reaper again. There's a Reaper right there on the right side of your screen. This is Reaper. This guy right here. We don't like him. We don't like him when he's on the other team. So we can turn and shoot at him. We can start walking away from him. We can charge our exit boots and hop up here and then laugh at him as he can't get to us unless he shadow steps, which is a cooldown for him. Well, your exit boots really aren't on a cooldown. No, Semitic. No. We're not going to tell him to go for a flank window while Moira handles full team.
Get in here.
So again, we don't really love that lamp. It's a long cooldown that we've now put on cooldown there. In a situation where the Reaper wasn't that dangerous.
The power of destruction.
Like, yes, he's a dangerous hero when he's that close, but there was a lot of you when he was the only one left on his team in the area. Heal him. Okay. No, we're turning the map to feed Orisa's windows. Could be. I'm gonna live with that. You're 2 in the open, 2 in the middle of the lane. But I'm gonna live with that lamp and then you choosing to stay close because there was a lamp. It's not right against the Blossom, because obviously the Blossom destroys the lamp and you as soon as the lamp is gone, but we'll deal.
When they say you sound cool.
Healing his team is the other thing we're gonna train him to do.
60 seconds remaining.
We hope so. We hope so.
The check.
Okay.
All better. Now.
Sure. Reaper, Reaper, Reaper. And by Reaper, I mean creep. But it's the same concept where you look at this and go, hey, I hear footsteps. I hear that clunk of footsteps. I can hear it to the right with my headphones that give me directional sound, because you should be using those while playing Overwatch on console. And you're then able to go, oh, there's something to my right. Now, you shouldn't really have been in the middle of the lane to start. You should have been up, say, somewhere over here-ish, where you've got some high ground, somewhere over here-ish, where you've got a cover option, at least against the incoming team. Not here, where if someone comes around the corner or if the opponents push through, there's nowhere for you to go, and you're just counting on them to miss shots until you can hide from them behind cover, until you can scoot yourself over to here. That's not good enough. We want to be here where if they hit us once, we can go, nope, I closed the angle. Or here, we've at least got a high ground advantage, and if we don't like what they're doing, we can take a step back and crouch, or we can take a step back and fall behind cover. That's more how we think about this game. But this is coming in as a flank from your right. You needed to hear it. You needed to be positioned better to start. You should have been positioned better to start. Either of the two places I just pointed to would have had better chances of you dodging this. I'm sure Temporal has a few position or high ground or angle things he's going to throw in there too. Yeah, yeah.
Surrender to my will.
That could have gone better.
Okay.
Please move behind the barrier. The payload is approaching its destination.
So
The payload is approaching its
our heals will
destination.
not go through the barriers. Our heals will hit the red barriers. The blue barriers they can shoot through just fine, but the red barriers they're going to hit, and they're just going to explode when they hit them, and they're not going to heal people on the other side of it. Still not going to heal him. Still not going to heal him. That one could get him. Nope, not quite. Yeah. So instead, we break barriers with our damage shots until we can get the heals through them, unless we can, like, arc a heal over it, which would have been another option. You could have been like, no, 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 I'm going to charge Maxi Boots and jump, and I'm going to try to heal him over it while I'm in the sky. That would be perfectly fine. If you're not comfortable with that, you try to break the barrier with your damage shots until you can then, it's broken, then you can send a heal through.
This will heal you.
Okay. Okay, so it's not all damage, then all heal. So you see this, and you're like, damage, 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 and then you're like, heal, heal, heal. No, 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 no. One heal shot, then 1 to 2 rounds of damage on the McCree. Then another heal shot. Then another 1 to 2 damage rounds on McCree. It's not heal, 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 damage, 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 because of how his weapon works, where there's a fairly long delay between each heal shot that you could fit damage shots into. Damage shots don't have much of a delay between them, but heal shots have a pretty long delay between them, so you can weave those in. So if you go damage, 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 like this, cool, but then when you get to heals, you're still waiting this long, and this is just dead time. Dead time. No, we don't like that. We don't like that.
Touch from afar.
Does melee weaving work for BAP with his weapon delay?
60 seconds remaining.
I mean, for heal shots, I suppose there's no reason you couldn't melee weave, except that damage shots are just better than melee weaving. So we don't really want to just stand in the middle here. We want to have cover. We could be over here where we have cover. We could be up here where we have high ground and could drop back into cover. Okay.
My will made real.
30 seconds remaining.
So generally we want to drop our windows a little more as the other team is pushing so that we can sort of take them down or they have to back out and probably still get taken down, but that's okay.
I could use some healing.
10 seconds.
You can shoot some shots at the Rhine while you're between these heals here. I promise. I promise you can heal the ball, then shoot the Winston, then heal the ball again. Are you gonna lamp? Good. Okay.
Get inside, then we'll try to
Okay.
get you down. Watch yourself.
So it's not full damage, then full heal. It's a mix between damage and heal. Sometimes it's full damage when no one is missing HP, don't get me wrong, but it's mostly a mix between damage and heals. We do want to be aware of things coming on our flanks too. We don't want to position like in the middle of lanes like this. We want to position on the sides. We want to position above and behind where we can go, hey, I have cover, I can drop, I have cover against all of it. Or, hey, I drop, and now even if I'm stuck fighting you, I'm only fighting you, I'm not getting shot by you and by those things. So, like, we do want to have some cover, and we do want to use our ears to hear when enemies are sneaking up on us.
Ready. Four. Defend objective A.
Okay, on to round 2. Let's see how the attack goes.
Got you good as new. Serve the barrier.
Oh boy, oh boy. Jump, 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 jump! Okay, so I get it, it's scary. You wanted to already be charging your exit boots because your escape as soon as you deal with this Mercy was going to be to jump up here. And then the Reinhardt can't bother you. Can't bother you. That's what we wanted to do. Instead, the Reinhardt sort of knocks you over to here, whatever, and you decide you're immediately going to use your regenerative burst. I can live with that. I'm good with the regenerative burst, but now you have a decision to make. Are you in enough immediate danger that you also need to spend your lamp? And what I'm referring to as lamp is your immortality field here. And the answer is probably not. Like, you might need to lamp immortality field a second from now, a second and a half from now, 2 seconds from now. I don't know. But right now, even though you're sort of in the middle of the enemy team, you're not actually in that much danger. Like, again, you don't have this view, but here's your hog, here's you, here's your tracer, and here's the soldier. Cool, we like these things. I said, no, that wasn't tracer, that was your Moira. Whereas the enemy team is just like, hey, there's 2 of us, and there's another way out here where they're not bothering you. You're not in a great position, but you probably don't need to lamp. You can probably instead just go, hey, let me charge. I used my regenerative burst. That's healing me a little. Now let me charge my boots a little, and let me hop up here, and I'll play from up here and shoot things, both heal and damage, from up here. That's all we need to do. Yeah, Mercy may actually have gone away with that if she stacked on Ryan. Might have. Might have. The Mei freezing me would make me want to throw that out till I could reposition away from her. I understand, Blob, but if we actually look at this, she's not, like, she's off him, like, immediately. He could have, if he was actually getting frozen, he had still, like, half a second left of time to deploy that field before he was frozen at least. Okay. There we go.
We must ensure the payload grows.
My ultimate.
Those things feel very different though. Okay. Little bit of weaving there.
Felt good when I woke up.
What's this? Where did you come from? You've got some weaving going on.
The payload moves with certainty.
Pla says, like it takes 0.0001 seconds for May to freeze me, and I'm frozen for 15 seconds while she slowly icicles my face. But if I'm May, it takes 50 ammo to freeze someone, and it lasts 0.1 seconds. Right? Right? Mercy can't keep getting away with this, and yet it's console broads. She most certainly can. Yeah. So again, what if you played an actual bat position and went, hey, I'm going to heal and damage from up here. I can stand up here because I have exo boots. They put me up here, and then I can heal and damage, and I'll get more headshots on the opponents. And like Winston bubbles, I'll just be able to shoot over them. What if I did that? And if Winston jumps up on me, I just drop and I'm with my team. That sounds pretty good. And then, when a shatter comes in, it can't touch you. And because it can't touch you, you just casually are like, who are you pinning? You're pinning into that wall? Let me just drop a lamp to protect there real quick. And then that person doesn't go to the spawn. And it's great.
Get inside.
This will heal you.
Okay.
Got you good as new.
Hey, Adam. Adam says, oh, hey, this is me. Really appreciate the VOD. Available for flaming and questioning why that guy did something. Good to know. Good to know. So please go up to the high ground. Please, please. So again, this is okay, but from here you can only heal your team. You can't shoot at the opponents. We would like, now that the card is here, you to just pop yourself up here with your exo boots, where you can do both of those things at once. Not full heal your team, not full shoot the opponents, but weave. You know, go, hey, let me throw a heal shot on Tracer, damage the Mercy. Let me throw a heal shot on Sigma, damage the Mercy, etc. Okay.
Let them up.
No, sadly no. Okay, you just don't know how this works. That's fine. So this you can't shoot through. This has to absorb like 5,000 points of damage before it breaks, or you could time out, whatever. But your window is all the way over here, right in the opponent's face. So your damage gets doubled when it goes through your window. Your damage isn't even going to get to your window to be damaged because you deployed your window past their sim wall.
Reaching up.
So it's not even helping you break the sim wall faster. Not the breaking sim wall should be a goal. It's about to get bad for you here. I'm very bad about getting the high ground. Definitely something to work on. Yeah. High ground is important. Well, the good news is that they use sim wall and window and blizzard and primal. Those are some scary ults that are now no longer on the board.
Hiya.
Just a bad window, but playing on console, you messed up for sure. Yeah, I mean, it was in some ways just a bad window, except you also could have been up on the high ground. You also could, you know, up there you're not going to get blizzarded.
It's my will.
Hiya.
Better.
Hiya.
This will restore.
Oh, it hurts almost. Okay.
Regen burst activated.
That's not that great. It's actually not that great to use your regenerative burst to heal other people. It heals you for twice as much as it heals other people. So it heals other people for about 75 HP, just hitting a direct alternate shot, heal shot on the ball would heal him for 70. So like, do we really want to spend our cooldown that now we're easier to take down if, say, the opposing Winston shows up on us? Do we really want to spend that to heal someone else for just about as much as a single right click does? Probably not.
Regen burst activated.
My barrier.
Get into position.
Payload moves in a
Supercharge is an amazing ult.
observe the barrier.
Sure. I don't know that I want to leave that. Yeah. Okay, let's try this again.
Deja vu.
Maintain that positive attitude.
Whoa, now, Blah. Whoa. Don't go too wild about it.
I've cast this forward.
Like, it's a good ult, but okay. So there's the sim wall. Fine.
Destruction.
You need to walk through this window or this sim wall. Hop up, high ground, high ground, high ground.
Good job, team. Let's keep it going.
Okay, so again, we don't need to go full auto here. Like, oh, there's a Winston. Cool, we shot at him. Now let's send a right click in front of him because our ball's clearly rolling into that Winston.
Good job, team. Let's keep it going.
Now let's shoot Winston again. Now let's heal our ball again. Now let's shoot Winston again. Now let's maybe try and heal our ball again. Ball's not a super easy target to heal as BAP, but this ball is staying right on top of this Winston and making his movement pretty predictable. And if it's predictable, you can get him with your heal shots. That's better than just full autoing the Winston and then later trying to full heal your ball. Okay.
My keen analytical mind.
Okay. Sure.
This will restore you.
Regen up. Get in here. You're on the move.
Surrender to my
What are you doing? Not sure why you stared at the ground there. Okay. Hop up, hop up, hop up. Up is a pretty good escape. Up, like, generically isn't a good escape, but hopping up when there's high ground to go to, great escape. Because then, it's very easy to crouch on the high ground and make it so that the opponent can't see you. Gives you cover against them. By the way, standing in the middle of the lane is not a great thing to do. We like standing at the corner. We like standing at the corner. Don't window. Go. Yeah.
The payload is approaching its destination. This is my round
Okay,
two
team finished it.
complete.
So now you guys have a couple minutes to try and take a tick.
Score.
Doable. Not free, but definitely doable. Second round, you looked a little better on your weaving, but there's still a lot of work to do there. You're standing way too in the open when we'd like you most often on high ground behind your team, sometimes just with cover available to you rather than in the middle of the lane behind your team. Your lamp doesn't really have enough thought placed into it. You just sort of like when you get under pressure, you just repeatedly use your regenerative burst and lamp. And there's other ways out of pressure. You can be positioned better in the first place. You can exo boot to hop up to high ground.
Dying on my watch.
You can use just regenerative burst. You can use just lamp. But right now, it's too easy to get your lamp out of you. Hey, Adam. How you doing?
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds. 2, 1. Attackers incoming. One defend objective A.
Plus just writing poems. You guys are like really big on this synergy of like, hey, we're gonna give windows to our Orisa, so our Orisa is gonna charge their ult faster, which is gonna allow our window to do supercharger, or Orisa to do superchargers, which is gonna allow our BAP to charge windows faster. Like you guys are just really big on this, aren't you? It's not wrong, but oh, should I? Should I add him? Should I ask him for forgiveness? I don't think I will. What does give Orisa's windows mean? And is that a joke or actually a tactic I should focus on? So, it's a legit thing. It's a legit thing, but Windows is referring to... Let me rewind a second here. Windows is referring to your ult. And your ult is, you know, this thing here that causes damage that goes through it, really causes things that go through it to get doubled. And if Orisa sends damage through it that's getting doubled, she will do more damage, which she's actually does a lot of damage when she has a window in play, which means she'll get her ult faster, which means she can create more superchargers, which lets the whole team do more ults, just like your window has other people do more damage. The thing is, you don't usually focus on feeding people windows, but you should actually have positioning that's pretty similar to Orisa. Like, not you're standing on top of Orisa, but you're sort of either behind or above and behind Orisa. So, like, you're actually pretty okay dropping windows for her. So it's a legit tactic. They're over-focusing on it, probably because I think Blah's been playing Orisa lately, and that's why he's over-focused on it, which is fine. He would just like to train the BAPs of the world to give the Orisas of the world windows so that he gets them. And it's not a bad tactic, though. Like, make no mistake, it's not a bad tactic. It's just not something I'd have you focus on. If you were positioned better, it would kind of naturally happen more. So temporal, you want me in Orisa's behind? What kind of stream is this? There you go. There you go. Okay. Okay. So again, this is the sort of thing where we go, we're okay doing damage, and now our soldier's taking some damage, and we would like to hit a heal shot. We'd like to be like, let's hit a heal shot right here, and then put another damage shot on the ball, and then put another heal shot on our soldier that's running away, and then another damage shot on the ball. And maybe at that point we'll be allowed to go full auto on the ball because our soldier will be healthy enough. But we do want to get our heal shots in when we can, rather than be like, oh, well, I'll get them after I'm done going full auto. Cool, now do a deep damage shot. No. No. This is a lot of wasted time. It's a lot of wasted time when you do 4 heal shots in a row like that. You only want to do that if you really have to because you're jumping between targets that you need to heal. And there's not time to flick back and forth between the opponent and the person you're healing. Good! We exo booted to escape a bad situation. Lamp it, lamp it, lamp it. Anytime someone gets in really bad trouble, that might be they're purple in the middle of the enemy team, that might mean they get frozen by a Mei, that might mean they're getting pinned into a wall. That is what you want to use your lamp to save. That is what we're like, yep, let's throw down a lamp and have it do its immortality field and protect this person. Like, oh, you got CC'd in a bad spot, there's someone on you, your health went low, we're going to lamp. That's what it's for, not just like, oh, Winston jumped on us, I'm instantly going to regenerative shield and immortality field. No, no, no. Good. Okay, hop up. Hop up and over. Hop up into your right, rather, so you can heal the Orisa. Maywall isn't that good a counter to you, because you can just go, nope, I go up into the sky and I still get a couple heals off. Will you heal as much as you would if you could just stay on the ground? Or as if you could get to high ground where you then have a stable firing platform? No, but you can get some healing off. You can throw a lamp over it if you charge your exo boots. Adam says, temporal, didn't I hard K with my diamond mechanics in my plat DPS game? Wasn't apparent I was dunking on some plats on the Ana aim DPS? Did you tear up and cry from how good I played? Hey, you had some good shots. You had some good shots. I remember you really put it together on your offense first point there.
Get inside. Regen up.
This will heal
Yeah. People sneaking up from you on the side is still a problem. We still need to make sure that you've got like directional headphones that give you directional sound or something that's giving you directional sound because it's incredibly important for playing Overwatch.
60 seconds remaining.
You're fully healed.
Yeah, that was funny, Smitic. The Mercy rezzing in people's faces. I know that you're gonna full tilt from this, so we'll see it again.
You're fully healed.
Dein Schutz in
It's a tactical emote.
They brought one back.
You're gonna have to lamp. She's been freezing you for too long. You're gonna have to lamp. Nope, regenerative burst isn't enough. You have to lamp. Good. Up on the bus, up on the bus. Generic height doesn't save you. You need to jump on something that you can use as cover. No, we don't want to push up. We don't. We don't have cooldowns. Our team isn't here. We don't want the team fight to happen right now. You're going to get one more chance and you have window.
Honestly, it sound cool.
Ten seconds remaining.
We must achieve victory quickly.
Team up for special attack. Overtime.
Enemy turret neutralized. Initiate.
Get in here.
You just got a window. You have to window right now. Window right now. Window right now. Stand behind your Orisa shield. Using your window, melt this enemy team. Or double heal your ball. Probably melt the enemy team because ball's going to be hard to hit.
Let them out.
Good?
Get into position. Surrender to my will.
Mm-hmm.
Enemy turret.
You can do this. Nice. Regenerative burst. Regenerative burst. Regenerative burst. And then up to the high ground. You don't need to be on point. You've got 2 other people on point. You see the indicator here? 3 of you are on point. Any one being on point will stop the game from ending. So you needed regenerative burst ages ago, and then you just hop up over here, and you get to shoot down from above. Get more headshots. Break that lamp easy. All that good stuff. Oh no. Oh no. He took your spot. Okay.
Victory.
Okay. So there's some things we can work on here. The first thing I'm going to want you to work on is going to be, I need you to be aware when enemies are walking up flanks on you. This Reaper that just teleported up here and then walked past here, the Reaper that came back through this way, the McCree that got you at the high noon, the Reaper that came through this way. Like, you gotta be aware of these guys coming down different directions. And some of that is just knowing the maps and knowing that these different directions are available. Some of that is making sure that you have a sound setup that allows you to hear directional sound while playing, which is really important. And some of that is actually going and checking and being like, wait, I haven't actually looked in this direction in a good 6 seconds. Let me just do a quick peek and then peek back and go back to what I was doing to make sure that no one's there, to make sure that there's not about to be a McCree high nooning, a Reaper on top of me, etc. So that's like the first thing I need you aware of. I need you aware of directional threats that aren't just right in front of you. And I gave you 3 ways to accomplish that. One of them is a not a mechanical, but like a system setup. Make sure you physically have something that lets you hear directional sound. The second thing that we're going to get into here is going to be, we do want you to try to weave. Your attack was better than your defense for weaving. Your defense really didn't have much of it at all, but it's not full auto with damage and then full heals. If you go full damage and then full heals, you'll A, sometimes lose people, and B, when you go for those heals, you're wasting a lot of time that could have been filled with damage. So you wanted to mix it up basically the whole way through between your heal and damage, rather than just doing oh, well, I heal, and then damage, or vice versa. That's better to mix it up. And then the third thing that I'm going to want you to work on, and I want you to work on these things one at a time with like 5 to 15% of your brain power. I do not want you to try to do all these at once, is I want you to react to danger a little bit better. And by better, I mean hop up to high ground, pop just regenerative burst, or pop just lamp. You've just like reflex trained, oh, I'm in danger, I'm going to regenerative burst, and I'm going to lamp. And I don't really want that most of the time. Sometimes you're in such high danger that it's appropriate to lamp immediately and immediately regenerative burst right after it, usually in that order, not in the other order. But most of these situations you can hop out of because you're near high ground, especially on these maps. You can regenerative burst out of while fighting, and then if it gets bad, 2 seconds later, lamp type thing. You don't need to immediately press both buttons every time you get in danger. You don't. And it's causing you to not have your lamp when you need it more, or when your teammates could be saved from it. Like they got frozen, they're getting pinned into a wall, there's a blossom going on right next to them, that sort of thing. So those are the 3 things I want you to work on, one thing at a time. One thing at a time, 5 to 15% of your brain power. If you or anyone else have questions, go ahead and throw them up in chat now. If you are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. Like button right down there really does help. Or if you are looking to get coaching yourself, you can join my Discord in the description below. See what rates look like, see what sort of promos, special events we have going on, all that good stuff. And I see we have a question. Oof, someone checked their phone and significantly slowed how fast they got to point. I hear you, Semitic. I would be tilting. You'd be tilting not over the phone, but over how many silly reses the Mercy got. And that one in part due to a reload, yeah. Enrique says Northeastern versus UTK went. I mean, I'm down if you're down. I'm down if you're down. Adam says, I have trouble knowing if those footsteps are my team or an enemy. Do I always check? Like at the beginning, Orisa was stomping around with me. No, you get very used to how different they sound. You get very used to how different they sound. I don't really know exactly how to describe that. Like, just like you get used to how enemy ults sound different than friendly ults because there's a different quality to it. Like, yes, there's some tricks like, oh, they say different voice lines, or oh, opposing ults are, if it's in a different language, it's an opposing ult, not a friendly ult, like things like that. There are tricks that you can learn, but really there's like a almost tonal quality to it that's different, and it's very similar for opponents. It does get confusing if there's a Doomfist on both teams, for example. Sure. Okay. You get used to it. You get used to it, and you remember who's on your team, and they do sound a bit different if you're out there on your team versus the other team. Those are all the real answers. Sorry. Muno Binator says you can see friendly outlines through walls. Look around if you hear footsteps. Also, subtitles help for some abilities. They can, yeah. It's kind of hard to explain, but enemy team sounds tend to be louder and be more distinct compared to teammate sounds. Yeah. Enemies are generally louder as well, and you can learn unique character sounds like Roadhog's chain clinking or Lucio's wall ride. Yep. Thank you, Jindo. Adam says, here's my question. Why are you bald? Your question, is, yeah, okay. Here's your other question. Why'd legit RC own you? I mean, like, Atlanta Academy was a good team, man. It was a good team. If it makes you feel better, we could have owned everyone else in the bracket, and he went on to get, or that team went on to get, what, second in Gauntlet that season? Like, that was a legit team. That team was beating Owl teams much more often than not. They very rarely scrimmed contenders. They almost exclusively scrimmed Owl, and they were winning well over half their Owl scrims. Now, winning scrims can be a little of a what's winning scrims, but you know. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna read that plot. Enrique says bet temp. What, you want to put money on it? I don't think we can. Like, this is, scholastic. Like, I'm not sure we as both as a participant on one side and as a coach on the other side, I don't think we're allowed to gamble on the outcome of that match. Here's another question. Is it true that Legit Arceus a ring and you don't? Not an owl one. He doesn't have an owl one. And I don't think they actually gave out rings unless his team went and created them for the Contenders Championship. Yeah. I'd be happy to review that one, Adam. I'd be happy to review the Phase 2 versus Atlanta Academy Contenders finals or semifinals match there. Like, I'd be totally happy to do that, but you've been bothering me about that for, I don't know, maybe 2 days now, and I just haven't gotten to it. Like, I did go review a Contenders match yesterday, literally yesterday. I thought, hey, Contenders is back, it makes sense to do that. We'll get to it. Don't worry. Bet is in, I'll take you up on that scrim block. Okay. Can coach Overwatch but doesn't know slang. SMH. Shake my head. Yeah. No, I hear you. Definitely let me be there for that one. I don't care about Nerd Tenders matches. Okay. Should I put that on your to-do list? I mean, you can put it there, blah, but that's not like a high priority. Like, obviously, I was working on some of my to-do list, and that's why we had the issue with this stream earlier, because I was trying to use, I'd been setting up, Studio OBS or whatever, rather than regular OBS to Streamlabs OBS, to try to get it to the point where we can have our appropriate pop-ups when people subscribe or follow on Twitch or super chat here, and we can see that ran into some issues, which is why we are back to using regular OBS for this stream. But I'll continue to tinker with it. I'm working through the to-do list. Okay. That's going to do it. If you guys are enjoying the content, please do like and subscribe. If there's another question up there, you can certainly throw it up there now. I do see we're a little light on likes, guys. I bet we could get a couple more likes there on this video. Things Temporal should do. Patreon, YouTube subscriber, server scrims for September. A P.O. box, that's not going to happen. Twitch, at least 500 total minutes broadcast in the last 30 days. Has to also be split across 7 different days, but yes. At least 7 unique broadcasts in the last 30 days. Yep, an average of 3 consecutive viewers or more. That we should be fine with that. And Temporal Stream birthday party on 12/19/2020. Well, that 2021 would be the birthday party. I suppose you could say the birthday of the Temporal Ustream stream was 12/19, but sure. Twitch, set up notifications, etc. I actually want to do that for YouTube too, but we'll see what I can do, because I would like to. I've seen other people have been able to set it up where they like pull up a super chat and it goes like here, and it actually, you can see the super chat the same way that you'd see it there. I don't know if it's because they're using StreamYard though, or if they've just found something that I haven't. I haven't found the good answer to that yet. Hence, I'm digging, I'm working on it, etc. Obviously, there's less YouTube streamers than Twitch streamers, so it's a little harder to solve. And anytime you look for this sort of thing, it's like, would you like to know how to enable super chats? We know how to enable super chats. Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I should fix that. All good. All good. Remember when he tried so far remember when he tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it didn't even matter? Yeah, I do, Adam. Okay. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks. Temporal.